Hi crafters, I have another card for you. This one is a Paris vintage themed card that I had used a few items on. So the items that I used was this the Studio G dollar stamp that I had gotten at Walmart, and I had used the bicycle. And I had used My Creative Times 100% Sweetness. I had used Will You Be My Valentine, which is right here, and then I had used the February 14th on this card. The paper line is from My Mind's Eye, which is a happy heart, which I had gotten in Iraq, that I showed before with my toilet paper roll. It's a very nice paper line, very vintage colors. And the other stamp that I used was the cherub stamp that I had gotten, I believe from Michael's either last year or the year before. And it's a Craft Smart stamp, so it's one of my favorites. And then I had used a paper doily and my sizzix Eiffel Tower die. So let's get on with the die. Oh, and I also used the French script background stamp from Stampin' Up! So this is an A2 size card, and what I did was I used a paper tray ink die, which is the doily die from Paper Tray Ink, which is this one here. Is very detailed. I still have to clean out the pieces out of it, but it makes a really nice detailed doily that has a lot of different detail in it. So I cut that out of white cardstock, and then went over it with Victorian Velvet Distress Ink. And then on the inside, I had cut out a circle out of a piece of paper and placed it over the doily, and then stamped with crumb cake ink from Stampin' Up! With the French script stamp on the doily, and then placed that onto the top of the card. And then the Eiffel Tower die is a sizzix die. It's an old red sizzix die that I had gotten just a little while back. And I had run the script stamp over the top with Versamark. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I had used some embossing powder that I've had for a very long time. It's a Romance collection that I barely use, but it's really pretty. It's pinks and golds. And it came out really nice. I didn't think, because it's not a really detailed embossing powder, so I'm surprised that it picked up most of the script that it did, but it came out nice. The bicycle I had stamped twice. I stamped it in the pink and stamped it in the black, and then cut it out and kind of fussy cut around the spokes. And then the basket I had stamped twice because I wanted the basket to pop up a little bit, and then I had stamped the hearts part in red and then colored it in with a little bit of stickles on top of that. And the postage stamp up here is actually a postage sizzix, or not sizzix, but spellbinder die that I had just gotten from Michael's. It was on clearance, and I'd used, I believe, the second to the largest spellbinder. So I had cut that out on a white cardstock. First I stamped the cherub in the Memento Rosebud ink, and then I had cut it out with my spellbinders, and while it was in the spellbinder I had gone over it with Victorian Velvet, and then on top I stamped the February 14th, which is from the My Creative Time set in Fired Brick Distress Ink. And then up here I just stamped Will You Be My Valentine in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then on the inside of the card I had used the die that came in the 100% Sweetness. It's the stitched heart die that came with the stamp set. I had cut that out and used that love stamp set over the top. And then this is just a strip of paper from the paper pad, and I mounted that onto white cardstock, which I'd gone around the edges with Victorian velvet, and then mounted that onto a card base from Michaels, which is an A2 size card base. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching. I hope you like it. I think it turned out okay. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.